What's going on, God's people? Minister Darrell here. Give me Jesus. You have to forgive me, I'm a little under the weather. Allergies bothering me. Nonetheless, sitting here thinking about God's word, as I always do. And there's a term called threshing in the Bible. It's a method used by the Jewish people, God's people of that time, and chosen to bring forth his word. Nonetheless, it's a method used to tread out the kernels, the grain from the kernels, to separate the grain from the kernels. Now, on a small scale, threshing was used to take on an individual basis. So in other words, if you had a individual piece of kernel, whatever it was, you would take a rod and you would beat that kernel to separate, to tread out the grain, to remove the grain. On a large scale, the Jewish people would build what it was known as a threshing floor. And they would build that floor high up. Remember that, high up. They would build that threshing floor high up, and they would take the cattle to walk over the kernel to tread out the grain, to do so on a large scale. And as a result of building the threshing floor high up, when the wind would come, it would blow away the debris, which means, the unwanted things, the mess. What is my point? What am I saying to you? We're trying to do large things on a low level instead of building a foundation to do those large things on a high level. See, God is on a high level. And in order to do things on a high level, you must build our foundation on a high level. So when the wind comes, when the Spirit of God comes, it will blow away the debris, which is the things we don't want in our lives, or we don't need in our lives. From the sin, to the anger, to the hatred, to the depression, to the anxiety, to people who would drag us down and try to separate us from God. All the negative, unrighteous, ungodly, and evil things, that's the debris. And if we build on a high level, when the Spirit of God comes, which is the wind, it will drive away all the debris and leave us with what God has intended for us to have, which is himself in the first place. So stop building things on a low level. Connect with God and build on a high level. Y'all be blessed.